first time doing something in a new country, you might have some ups and down experience. I don't want to be negative, but I mean to be more constructive. What are some of the things that could be improved in order to make it better, in your views?
In my view, communication between different departments has to be a lot tighter. The other thing is that, and this only comes with time and experience, set awareness. What I mean by that is that if you see one particular, like for example, if stunt people are working and digging and creating a situation where they're burying a pad, and because there's going to be a stunt that's going to be performed, or construction is building a set and they're actually scoring it to break down because we're going to shoot there and somebody's going to fall through.
Okay.
Everyone on that crew should also be pulled in and say, look, this is a no-go zone. This is a no-go zone.
Okay.
Everyone on the crew should also know, like, let's say that, all right, if there's a particular scene and actors are performing and it's very, very emotional, that they should all kind of know, okay, that's the time that maybe we don't do as much construction. We definitely don't speak as loudly, go on the phone. And these are things that, it's not just here, it's everywhere in the world that you learn by experience.
Sure.
You learn by experience. And I think that could help progress faster. The other thing, one more thing, is that in terms of taking initiative, like if for instance, if people are working and they know that tomorrow or the next day is going to be a very, very long day, to make it easier for themselves, pre-plan and basically tell each other. Again, communicate with each other in different departments. Okay, when can you come into light? When can we come in to kind of build? When can we help you? So that it's working together more to make what could be a very, very potentially long, hard day possibly that much easier. And it's just that way, that kind of communication and understanding of connecting the dots for everyone, connecting the dots of different departments, will help everyone's job become easier. And I think, I'm not being negative. I think that's just something that will happen. It will happen. It's just experience.
We're learning from it, right?
Yeah, we're learning from it, And I think Monk on Fire, especially with the different languages.
Sure, man.
That was a good experience.
Different languages is a big problem. How was your experience working with Vietnamese actors and actresses?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had Vaughn and Dustin. There was a little boy that is in the film. He is a character, and he will Ben is his name, and he's very good. And I had a very, very nice experience, and with the whole Vietnamese crew as well. To be quite honest, obviously, when I'm sitting in there in the makeup trailer, everyone's speaking Vietnamese, and I'm kind of like, okay, just being made up. But
you got to understand something from Dustin lessons, right?
Maybe some bad words. I don't know. Everyone was very, very respectful and very much open-minded, to new ideas as well. I think the good thing about coming into an environment like this, where it's small budget, it's a small film industry. It's still kind of developing. It's much more personal. People are much more friendly. It's more casual, which makes it easier to meet and to greet and to kind of just get on with work. The difference between, let's say, something like working on a Vietnamese film or a lower budget film and something like a big budget Hollywood production is that, big budgets, there's a lot of money, there's a lot of amenities, there's a lot of, nice equipment, whatever. But it's also a lot of time wasted. Okay, because there is that money and there is that decision-making process that sometimes it goes from, it's not even about the director and actors, it may be producers coming in and all these different changes. Whereas working on something small, it's very organic. We can actually, Dustin, myself, Witch, or another actor, we can start talking and then basically change how we interpret that moment in that scene, you know, because we all know that, okay, this feels better, this feels right.
Okay.
You know, or you know, kind of alter the dynamic of a scene, and it's done very innately, very organically, and freely, because we are all kind of being creative at the moment, and also because there is not that much time, there's not the amount of money, we don't have the leeway, like, oh, we'll do it tomorrow. No, we have to cover so many scenes today. We got to do it today.
How flexible is that you have to stick with the original agenda every day?
Pretty tight. I mean, it's because you know we had, I think, a 7-week shooting schedule, which is not a lot by Hollywood standards, especially for, you know, Monk on Fire is a very, very ambitious film.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an ambitious film. There's CGI, there's costume, it's grand, it's the mystical quality, because it's mythology with you know, a little bit of Vietnamese history, and it's kind of science fiction, and also there's strong characters. There's strong characters, story behind it. So it was ambitious. So we had to make our days. Sometimes, you know, you drop certain scenes, but you make up for it in other ways. And Dustin was fantastic at that. He goes, okay, I'm thinking, all right, you know, and we can often talk, okay, for today, this action sequence, we've got this much now, and we still have that to do, which is a big wire routine. And we'll talk and go, Dustin, is that, you know, what do you think about that? Can we change that to this, which we'll shoot tomorrow, and make that bigger? And that adjustment, but then we talk about it, and it's not about just, oh, because we're running out of the day. We actually talk about it and discuss what makes the story stronger. If you think that this piece of, you know, the you know, this particular scene with the fight happening here is that strong, we should keep it, and we should do it tomorrow, right? But if you think, what about this idea? Because if we do it here, that makes the drama bigger. That makes the characters, you know, kind of go through more. That makes the audience want to identify with you or whoever more. That's how we base our decisions. So it's actually we have to be quite flexible in our thinking and quite creative in our thinking. Sometimes in adjusting for, you know, whatever happens, or whether weather or whatever delays the day.